This just leaked. If you're a Flex Power Tool fan, you got to check this out. There is a miter saw that's probably coming. And the reason I say probably is I got this sent to me by one of my viewers and said, hey, a distributor showed me this. It's coming soon. So take that with a grain of salt. I don't have confirmation from Flex or anything like that. This is a new 12-inch Flex miter saw. This is a dual bevel sliding compound miter saw. It looks like the model number is going to be FX7141A. It shows to have, they're claiming 630 cross cuts, 3¼ inch MDF with a 10 amp stacked lithium battery. It's also showing a fast shift bevel. If you notice right there on about the back side of this, it has a little lever there so that you'll be able to do fast bevels with it, move it pretty quick. And I also noticed that this has an AC-DC adapter. Notice that right there. You're going to be able to use this on battery power and on AC adapter if this comes out. Also, LED shadow line. I think this is a big step forward for Flex, coming out with another tool that we can use. They just released the table saws. If you haven't seen that, you got to check them out. They have a unique feature in them. My buddies over at Eric Roten's channel, go check out Eric and Ryan Roten. They did a full review on both of these. There's an 8¼ and a 10-inch table saw. And one of the most unique features on these table saws is it has a LED light built into the fence to help you see a little bit better. I think these are going to be fantastic tools. I can't wait to get my hands on them and try them out for myself. Also, I was digging around in the patents. I'll show you how to find patents on stuff right now. But the parent company of Flex, if you don't know, is called Chervon. They own Ego, Flex, Skill, and a couple of other ones. If you want to see a full list, go over to ProToolReviews.com. You can find this over there. Just search Pro Tool Reviews. Who owns power tool companies? You'll find it. You'll see right there, Chervon right there owns Ego, Skill, Flex, Cobalt, all those. So when you're looking for patents, you're going to look for Chervon. And all you got to do is go to the USPTO.gov website, click on Find It Fast, patent search, and then from there, I always do basic search, and then type Chervon in here. And you're going to get all different kinds of stuff like mowers and stuff from Ego. So you got to have to dig through this, but it's very interesting. So while I was digging through that, I did find the table saw, and you can see the LED light strip built in right there. But if you scroll down, something super interesting, I think, for woodworkers anyway, this is a top for a router table. And you can see here, this 420A is pointing at the shroud that goes over the bit. I think this is very interesting because the next page, if you look underneath it, those are what I think are LED lights. And this is probably going to be clear. So we're going to have a shroud that goes over the top of that. So maybe we will see a Flex type router tabletop that you can purchase, or this might be Cobalt. We don't know. I had someone tell me that they have a Cobalt that looks very similar to this, but most router tabletops look similar anyway. I think this is interesting. I think Flex is setting themselves up to be a major player in the power tool business this year, especially since they just released their all new Flex stack packs with the drawers, things like that. I have Milwaukee pack out in my shop, and one thing I love is there's a dolly. Like Flex has this dolly now with the work top that you can put with the drawers. That's what I've got in the shop, roll it around, nice little cart when you're working on something. I think Flex is really coming a long way in the last several years. They're fairly new to the power tool game here, but you know, within the last few years anyway, they haven't been around nearly as long as a lot of the competition, and they are really killing it. I think we're going to see a lot of cool stuff from Flex. I would love, again, take all this with a grain of salt, especially with the patents, because just because they patent something doesn't mean it's actually coming, but you also never know if they're actively working on stuff like that. One thing I tried to find in the patents was a track saw. I would love to see a Flex track saw. I think they would really dominate that space, and especially with their price points, their quality, their power, most of anything, I think they're going to do a really good job in 2024. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching The Outlaw Effect.